Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollin, and I'm your host. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Short Score. I'm your host, Taylor Vollin, and this week we have a couple of fun interviews with the winners from the WCRA Rodeo Corpus Christi. You're going to hear from all of the Progressive Round winners and then our final Rodeo Corpus Christi winners, the Young Guns. The first performance of the Progressive Round belonged to Clay Smith and Jake Long with a 4.5 second run, and here's what they both had to say about their run. Tell me about the horse you're riding tonight.
This horse belongs to a friend of mine, Clay Dean. He's a bay horse called Chief, and I've been riding him most of this winter, and I rode him some last summer and I got hurt, and I got him back this winter, and Clay's been letting me ride him and just kind of getting ready to go this summer.
Yeah. What do you like about him?
This horse can run, but he can make it happen really fast. Like he just like tonight, we had a pretty slow steer, and so he's easy enough to where like if you draw a good steer, he'll stay out of your way and let you win something on him.
What was y'all's game plan tonight? Do you know you had a slower steer?
We knew he was pretty slow, and so my game plan was not break the barrier and turn him. I thought we'd probably be faster.
Yeah.
And just the main thing was score and catching.
What do you think were kind of the key points of the run tonight, the things that made it happen so fast?
Really, I mean, like Jake Long heels him fast, so I mean, I knew all I had to do was really get out of the barrier and turn him, and this horse finishes really good, and so I thought if we caught, we'd probably be okay.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys like about these WCRAs in this whole system?
I mean, for what it pays, it's great. That's why we come, is for the money.
Right.
I mean, Saturday you got a chance to win pretty good money, and we nominated one time, and we got through and didn't have to pay any fees to go rope for some pretty good money in the qualifying day on Monday, and then have a chance to win some good money Saturday.
Awesome. I didn't know you guys had only nominated once.
We nominated one time in Fort Worth at the last one, and with our schedule, it's kind of hard to plan these deals in our schedule, and so I don't ever try to just go crazy, but I always want to have a chance to come to these deals if possible. So.
Right, gotcha. Okay, thoughts heading into Saturday. I know we're way far out, but after that, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good about Saturday. I mean, obviously it's a long ways away, but just keep catching, catch one more, and then hopefully get down the Final Four and catch one fast.
So just kind of walk me through your run tonight and how you felt about it.
Well, we had a really good steer, probably the best one on the herd, honestly, and I made a pretty good run on him. I followed my dally pretty good. My horse, I rode a horse that I haven't hauled just a whole lot named Scout, and he did good, but he kind of moved around a little bit on me dallying, and kind of kept us from, I guess, having a real clean finish, but all in all, it was good.
What made you decide to ride that horse tonight?
He's honestly been doing pretty good in the frac spin, and I just kind of wanted to see how he would handle things. So I rode him. I've rode him the whole week down here so far. I'll probably make a switch for the finals, but I kind of just want to see how that horse would take stuff.
Yeah, get some runs on him.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Oh shoot! I honestly, I'd probably say he's 13.
Gotcha. Were you guys kind of expecting the steers to be on the slower end?
Honestly, not as a whole. They were pretty strong out there at Robstown on Monday. But we knew our steer was really good. But then Tanner and Patrick were first out, and I think their steer was supposed to be okay, but he wasn't supposed to be really slow or nothing. And when I think after we saw him, that kind of gave us a pretty good hint that ours was going to be even better. And so I think just put him in that building. That arena on Monday was kind of a bigger arena and a little more of an outside feel, even though it was a covered arena. But I think the steers felt like they could really run, and then they got back in that little building and just kind of makes them feel trapped a little bit.
Yeah. What was kind of your guys' game plan for tonight?
I don't know. We really had one. We didn't really talk about it or nothing. I think just we were early on in the rodeo. We were second out, so I think mainly just make the best run you could. It'd either be good enough or it wouldn't.
Gotcha. And I know Saturday is a ways away, but how are you feeling? Do you have a game plan yet, or just kind of going to do the same thing?
I think it's the same thing. I don't think you can. I mean, unless you're towards the end of the round and something weird happens, you know, where you're just in a catch situation. But you know, a lot of it'll be on, I guess, what you're in. But if we're early again, yeah, it's the same deal. You just make the best run you can, and it either works or it doesn't. Hopefully it does.
Night number 2 of the progressive rounds went to the young guns, Riley Kittle and Jace Helton. The reigning college finals champs were 4.41 to make it on to the showdown round. And spoiler alert, you'll hear from the college rodeo partners a little bit later again in the episode. Okay, so first off, tell me where you're from and how old you guys are. We'll start with Jace.
I'm from Menifee, California originally. Live in Toller, Texas now.
What brought you down there?
Roping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you go to college down there?
Yes, ma'am. I go to Weatherford.
How long have you been there? Oh, you won the college finals last year.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've been there since my freshman year. Yeah,
okay.
So 3 years.
What about you?
I am 21 years old and I'm originally from Alabama, but I'm currently in Carbon, Texas, staying with Billy Bob Brown, and I go to college at Cisco College.
And you guys won the college finals together, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the partnership that you guys have going.
Well, I guess I started rodeoing the second semester of my freshman year, and Riley didn't have a run, and I didn't really know if I was going to college rodeo or not because I didn't know if I'd be able to find a good run halfway through. And then someone told me about Riley, looked at his Instagram, liked the way he roped, liked his horses, and I was like, called him and said, hey man, I guess you might need a partner, and kind of just went to win it.
How do you feel about having him heeling behind you?
Oh, it's a good feeling. I know he's always going to ride around there and heel him fast.
Do you feel like your guys' styles match up pretty well?
Yeah, I think our styles fit really good together. Yeah.
So tell me about your run from your perspective tonight.
Just in this little building, it's kind of a little tricky because you want to leave them straight, but you also have to be there. So I tried to just kind of flow down. Riley got on him fast, and I knew he was just going to handle him real good, so I just made sure I stayed around him and had a shot first jump, so I put it down.
Gotcha. Riley, your perspective?
Well, we knew our steer. They ran her over there at the qualifier. We knew she was a good steer, so I just tried to stay behind the barrier. Got a good start and got it on her, and faced a little early. We should have been a lot faster. He heeled her fast, but it worked out.
Last night I talked to Clay and them, and they said they were kind of surprised the steers were a little bit slower than they were over at the prelims. How did you guys feel about them?
Well, it was really nice getting to see him go last night. So we kind of knew that they'd probably be a little bit softer. Ours was pretty soft. He was one of the better ones over there at the prelims. And then I was here last year too, and it was kind of the same way. They just always seem to slow down in this little building.
Yeah. Riley, tell me about the horse you're riding.
This is Prime Time. He's 16 years old. I actually bought him as a heel horse, and I used to be a heeler whenever I was in high school. So just went to heading on him, and he's a winner.
What made you want to ride him tonight?
He's really good at these short setups like this. He's real flat and easy. He takes care of me.
So you said you used to heel. What made you decide to change the head inside?
Well, whenever I came to Texas, I knew there was guys like Jace, and I knew that they would catch every time. If I could just do my job, I could win.
Yeah. Okay, what about your horse?
I call him Dracula. He's had a bunch of names. He came from Peyton Bray. I think he's 12 years old. I got him actually here. Was the first time I rode him last year, and he's been real good. Everything's really been working good on him. He's super fast and just is easy. He just kind of stays out of my way for the most part.
Lastly, just kind of tell me, Riley, how often do you nominate for these things? Do you guys rope at these normally together, or?
So I actually just nominated 2 college rodeos this year.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're not trying to get seated, then you just need to get enough points to get in. So that's kind of the approach we took.
Gotcha.
To get the top.
What about you, Jace? You said you were here last year, so.
Yeah, same thing. Last year I nominated basically just some of our college rodeos, and then usually at our college rodeos, if we nominate one and do good, we're probably going to be in. So I did the same thing here this year. Yeah.
Okay, what is kind of, I know it's early, but your game plan for Saturday? Do you have anything yet? How are you feeling?
Hopefully we're towards the end, and we'll kind of see what we need to do. But, I mean, just make the run we practice and see how fast we are. Riley dictates how fast we go a lot more than I do. So.
Riley, what are your thoughts?
The same thing. Hopefully ride to the end of it a little better, get a better flag.
Last but not least, the final progressive round Friday night was won by none other than Nelson Wyatt and Jade Corkill with a 3.86 second run to move them to the showdown round. Okay, so Nelson, tell me about the run from your point of view.
I knew he had a good steer. It's one of my favorites from the slack over there. Just getting a good start, trying to turn him, and if I turn him, he's going to catch 2 feet. So
this was a big run for you. Kind of tell me what was going through your head as you made that run.
I mean, to me, really, it ain't a big run yet. I mean, it's just team rodeo. There's still a lot of hoops to jump through, and just trying to keep jumping through them.
Gotcha. Jade, how about for you, from your point of view? How was that run? Kind of walk me through it.
Kind of the same as him. We knew the steer was going to be good. I kind of had in my head that he was probably going to – he kind of checked off the other day. And so I was thinking in my head before we went, I wanted to see a little bit to definitely – there's a couple that stopped last night. And so I kind of had it already thinking that he might try to do that. But other than that, it went, just kind of came together just like we were hoping. So.
Yeah. What was really kind of your guys' game plan?
Just to get back to tomorrow, you know, they pay money throughout the deal, but especially for him, the big money's at the end. So just luckily we got to be last out and knew what we had to do. So it gives you a pretty good position, means a lot nowadays. So
yeah,
kind of give us the easy street as far as that part went. You know.
What is the story behind the partnership here between you two?
He just texted me not too long before this deal. The books opened about roping. I just nominated Fort Worth at the Christmas deal over there, and then my partner didn't. He wasn't planning on coming, so I figured this is the next best guy right here.
Nelson, you nominate a lot of these, correct? You nominate for a lot of these?
I really just nominated the big stuff. I nominated Fort Worth, and I nominated Houston. It was the only other one I've nominated, I think, and just it's worked out. I've done good where I nominated.
Yeah. What do you like about the WCRAs?
I like that they're not very far away. Fort Worth's right by Stephenville. Corpus not too far, and you get $15,000. There's not many rodeos that pay $15,000. So.
Yeah. What about for you, Jade? I know a lot of people say it makes it a little bit easier for him with a job and a family, and you've obviously got your son here with you.
Yeah. No, I think I wish more people would do these deals. I think the way they do it is how I think it should be done. They make everything really easy on you, and just like the other day, we've got rope for free the whole time, no entry fees other than what we nominated. So it seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know why. I don't know a reason why I wouldn't do it. So.
Right. Tell me about the horse you're riding.
The horse I rode is just a 7-year-old. He's a little bit green. I haven't rode him at very many rodeos yet, but he's the best one I got. So he's going to get a chance this year.
What do you call him?
His name's Bodak Yellow.
Is he registered?
Yeah, that's his actual.
That is his actual.
Bodak
that's
Yellow,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you? Just tell me about him anyways. We all know.
This is Cole. I've been riding for the last couple of years. I actually bought a new one last week, but for a chance like this, I'm going to ride what I'm used to.
Right.
He's been good for me.
Gotcha. Game plan yet for Saturday?
Hopefully do whatever we got to do.
Yeah, how you feeling about it?
I think they do the fastest time. We should be at the end again, right? I think so. Yeah, so luckily, just like I said, the position, there's 2 less teams tomorrow, I guess, or only 7. So we got a almost 50% chance of making it back. So.
This might be a silly question, but tell me a little bit about having your boys here with you, what that means to you.
It means a lot. It's the only reason I'm still doing it. As soon as they can't go with me, I'm not going to do it anymore. So, but they love going. They like it. When I was a little kid, I didn't get to go to all these rodeos and do this. So as long as they want to go, I'm going to keep going.
Perfect.
I got to run off.
Saturday night, it was all about the college boys again. Kittle and Helton were a 5.21 on their Showdown Round steer to win the Showdown Round and move on to the Triple Crown Rodeo Round, where things got a little unconventional. Kittle and Helton roped a leg in the Triple Crown Rodeo Round and were a 10.16, but they were still able to take the win at Rodeo Corpus Christi. Tell me your thoughts. I know it wasn't what you wanted, but...
Hey, we'll take it.
Kind of tell me what happened. Break it down from both your perspectives.
Well, in this little building, you can't really back off much. Our steer was a little stronger than I thought she was going to be, and I just went and caught her, and luckily it was fast enough.
Needless to say, Riley did all the work there.
Oh my God.
I have the same game plan we've had on every other steer. I know he's going to handle him good, so I just got to trust him and stay up around him. I thought I took a 100% shot. Turns out it wasn't. I got a leg, but it was fast enough. So.
What kind of went through your head, in that moment after?
I went, wow, you have to be kidding me right now. I think first it went, how did I just rope a leg? Then, you got to be kidding me. And then they said we were fast enough. And, yeah, I mean, I was pumped.
What went through your head when things fell apart?
I knew I wanted to stay hooked and make the same kind of run we've been making. I'm not really one to back off in the short round. I felt like I set everything up the same way I have on every other steer. Riley, he set the steer up the same way. I just wanted to keep everything the same. And, yeah, just not back down, really.
Riley?
What went through my head?
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I didn't want to back off any. I knew I needed to be close to the barrier because there's not a lot of room in here, you know, so be close to the barrier, go set them up.
How is 15,000 going to change things for you, or will it at all?
Oh, 15,000 is awesome. Big thanks to WCRA for getting that money up there.
Jace?
It's huge. I mean, it couldn't have come at a better time. We're getting ready to go circuit rodeo and amateur rodeo all summer. We're basically, from this week on, we're going to be gone a lot, and basically every other year I've started off the summer broke, so this is a lot better start.